Today's movie is basically what you get if you made an adult version of a Muppet movie, and it was directed by Peter Jackson long before he got famous for all those Lord of the Rings movies. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Peter Jackson's raunchy puppet flick, Meet the Feebles. Released in 1989, Meet the Feebles was Jackson's second feature film, coming after his cult classic 1987 alien invasion splatter comedy Bad Taste. The filmmaker's sophomore effort was a pretty monumental undertaking in that it uses puppets, and occasionally humans in costumes, instead of actual actors. Given the difficulty of this kind of shoot, the film went over budget and over schedule. I suppose it was all worth it in the end though, because this is one of those you have to see it to believe it movies. It's got a little something to offend and amuse everyone, from foul-mouthed Muppets to bloody mayhem. But enough about that. Can Meet the Feebles obliterate enough furries to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons and pals Chad Sugg, W. Stephen Carroll, and Matt Florent. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on some credits. Wingnut Features. We haven't seen you since Bad Taste, way back in the early days. Filmed in Light Bright Vision. You kids even remember Light Brights? Christ, I'm old. Say what you will, but this dollar store Muppet show has a catchy theme song. Meet the Feebles! Meet the Feebles! I swear, I'm not a Gamorrean guard from Return of the Jedi. Please don't sue us, Disney/George Lucas. God, this is like the time I took a trip to the neighborhood of make-believe with Mr. Rogers while I was tripping balls. So, in other words, last weekend. Oh yeah, edibles have definitely kicked in because I just saw a carrot rocket. Funny, I don't remember any of the puppets on Sesame Street being so busty. Is this like Rasta Gonzo? Jim Henson's gonna sue too. Fun fact, after Charlotte's Web, Templeton moved to Hollywood, got into the film biz, and developed addiction issues. And he's a critic too.
I've heard better singing from a mongoose with throat cancer.
Cut, that was awful. How are we gonna compete with the Muppet Show with that kind of performance? Anyway, Heidi the Hippo is off to see the boss, who's screwing around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well played, pervs. We're getting puppet erotica in this one, done by a walrus. Sounds like Tusk Love to me.
Shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
So, what do you think about spicing up tonight's show with a burlesque number? Wait, he's having an affair with a Siamese cat? Just write your own hell yeah joke there. I mean, I guess that means you could call their makeout time heavy petting. I gotta tell Sterling this was Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, no one told me this thing takes place in the Fly cinematic universe. Oh, come on, that's a glowworm. Peter Jackson is just begging to get sued. God, now are they gonna cover Piano Man? Anyway, our porcupine has eyes for whatever this is. I think he's gonna offer to give her some pokes later on.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's right. I meant his quills, but sure. 2-0 today, pervs. Watching this hippo run is oddly hypnotizing. Also, think about this. They shot this outside, in public. Can you even imagine watching a person dressed up as a giant voluptuous hippo running down the street? Elton John rehearses for his farewell tour. And I'm gonna tell Sterling this was Bob Marley. Master Splinter? Is that you? I mean, this dude isn't a turtle, but he's begging for ninja training. Oh my god, this show is gonna bomb. Better start polishing up my resume.
Thank you, everybody. You've all mutilated that number rather nicely.
So, fun fact, there are no humans in Meet the Feebles. There are people in full costumes like this, but the rest of the cast is entirely made up of puppets. So yeah, the Muppets took Manhattan. The Feebles could only manage the St. James Theater. Now this Siamese is getting catty. Literally.
You haven't been exercising, have you? All that excess flab must put a terrible strain on your heart.
Meow. And this ends in a pimp hand, or a hippo hand. I would not mess with a hippo. Have you ever seen nature docs about them? Savages. Anyway, our porcupine's still working on his pickup game. For this next number, I'm gonna play you a little song called Quill You Be Mine. Does the acoustic guitar serenade ever work? I'm guessing no. See, she's like Please stop singing outside my door.
You must think I'm an idiot.
Well, now that you mention it, I was trying to think up an elephant joke here, but they were all pretty Dumbo. I mean, I guess whether it was actually funny or not is pretty irrelevant. Oh, this looks like a barrel of fun. And just to keep this movie's randomness rolling, let's go golfing. Pumbaa from The Lion King steps up to the tee on a long par 3. Let's see if he can hit the green. Oh yeah, he's got the grip it and rip it approach. Happy Gilmore approves. And hole in one. Back at the theater, it looks like this elephant is underdressed. Guess he forgot to pack his trunk. Gonna try to worm my way out of drinking this beer. Oh shit, the elephant has a kid and totally spaced on having to watch it today. So much for an elephant never forgetting, I guess. Wait, he hooked up with a hen. How was that even possible? Never mind, I don't even want to know. Yeah, this definitely looks like their kid. Live look at me cheating on my cut. Guys, you have no idea how much cake I ate for my birthday, or the obscene amount of icing that was on it. Oh yeah, gonna tell Sterling this was a Sade video.
Is it a crime?
Haha, bet you didn't expect a Sade joke in a Sick Flicks video, did ya? Seems like there's something fishy going on here. Honestly, I have no idea if those are fish or something else. Work with me here. Uh-oh, Bletch is basically offering her a job. If there's a casting couch, run, Heidi!
Those lips kiss as good as they sing.
See? I warned you. Back at the golf course, some crazy stuff is going down. Hey, those aren't golf balls. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Anyway, Bletch lines up the putt, and way too hard. That one did not get in the hole.
Hell yeah.
No, I meant the hole on the green. You don't hell yeah me, mister. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to hell yeah in this next scene, which is full of Muppet erotica, and I totally cannot show that. But wait, it gets weirder. They're shooting Muppet P-Hub bondage vids in the basement. What the hell is this? God, this movie is so random and bizarre. And from that to panty sniffing. Because, sure, why not?
Have a whiff of these. They've got a real distinctive bouquet.
Tonight on Wheel of Misfortune. Oh yeah, totally let the guy with the DTs throw the knives. I mean, that seems like a solid plan. What could go wrong? Well, yeah, that, I guess. Hold up, is this the Muppets version of the opera and Dario Argento's opera? Ian Sarah, any thoughts on this performance?
It stinks.
Alright, let's try it again. Nope, still stinks. Meanwhile, Master Splinter is still filming. Maybe snuff cinema is more my style. But too bad for him, his star has performance anxiety. Can we get some Viagra and a fluffer over here? Meanwhile, Rabbit's like, I think Pooh might have roofied my drink last night. And yes, the fly is eating exactly what you think he is. And it's not chocolate pudding. So if this film feels very random, it's because it is. As the story goes, it was originally conceived as a TV series, but then Japanese investors suggested expanding it. They rewrote the script in short order and turned it into this film. Oh yeah, this guy's basically Junkie Wimpy. He'll gladly pay you for some smack on next Tuesday if you hook him up today.
Have you got any smack?
Dude rattles off more drug names than the marketing department at a pharmaceutical company. But I'm trying not to get a community guideline strike here. And speaking of random, here's a Muppet in a Vietnam flashback. Now I kinda wish Kubrick had made Full Metal Jacket with Jim Henson Studios. Oh yeah, just like missing in action. I think Charlie's up in the bushes. Yep, puppet head on a stick. Definitely Charlie's handiwork. Wait a minute, are they surrounded by Ewoks? Now it's a Muppet cannibal apocalypse. There's probably a John Saxon puppet down there. Oh no, they've been sent to puppet propaganda camp. Man, these Muppets are deep. And now it's time for the inevitable Deer Hunter homage. He somehow survives that, but leaves his buddy behind. What a pal. As you can see, Ward definitely changes a Muppet. Anyway, the rat's hard at work on his next adult magnum opus, Tickle My Elmo. Wait a minute, was this how the biz came up with the whole gonzo subgenre? Was Seymour Butts just really into Muppets? Oh no, is Robert's special lady about to become their next star? Oh hey, did you get your vehicle's Carfax report? Great, a Gandhi Muppet. I'm sure this is gonna make the Zoomers tell everyone this film is problematic, like we didn't already know.
Please do not interrupt me. I am traveling on the astral plane.
Oh yeah, you can hear them typing. Yeah, good idea. I'm gonna need a drink to get through the rest of this thing. Looks like this guy's up to some bunny business. Oh great, he's got a doctor. Guessing this dude's a real quack. Oh wow, this prognosis is not good.
With a case as advanced as yours, 10, maybe 12
Months?
hours.
Oh yeah, the big S is no joke apparently. But look who's eavesdropping. That's gonna make some real buzz in the tabloids. Oh man, this dude blows. Thought they were supposed to charm cobras, not glowworms. Hey, does he literally have his head up his ass? Yeah, gotta tell Sterling this is the fantastic Mr. Fox. I mean, say what you will, but no one can tell this guy he couldn't find his ass with 2 hands and a map. He didn't even need the map. With the show in complete disarray, the Fox has a new idea to pitch. Just hear me out, it's the Fox and the Hound, only with more cursing and hookups. Oh god, is he gonna give us jazz hands? Would that be jazz paws? Clearly, Bletch was not sold on this idea. Yeah, this is basically me every time I pass a bakery. Please give me 6 dozen of whatever you sell that has the most icing crammed into it and on top of it, please. Yes, I'm on a cut, but I can have one without derailing my progress, right? Oh, I can so relate to this. Hey, who ate all the cookies? Oh yeah, that's my go-to move after eating the entire package of Oreos. Normally I'd say shut your pie hole, but this is more of a cake hole. You could definitely say she's a hungry hippo. Back with our rabbit, it looks like there's some undercover reporting happening here. But the rabbit has one more trick up his sleeve. Raid. No, not Shadow Legends. The bug spray. Kills bugs dead. Or not.
I gotta go. We both have deadlines to meet. Get it, Harry? Deadline?
Yeah, sure. I'm just ready for this thing to be over. If you want to make some jokes, go for it. Hey, is Robert making his move? I'd love to put my hand in your rear. Wait, that came out wrong. I meant because you're a puppet. But I think Splinter here has other plans. So, how would you like to get your big break in the exciting world of interspecies puppet erotica? Yes, more booze, please. That and the edibles are the only thing keeping this episode happening for me. Oh god, did he roofie a puppet?
I feel woozy.
Oh baby, you smell like sausages. But look who walks in. You bitch. I mean female dog. Anyway, rehearsals are ongoing. Cher has really let herself go. God, this is terrible. I mean, it's worse than if I could turn back time. Look out, we're having technical difficulties. Although this actually saved us from more of this horrible music number. Yeah, I'm blown away by how awful this is too. But I can totally relate to the Fox here.
I feel very old.
Did someone say there was cake and frosting back here? Yeah, this is how I get on low-carb days. Hangry. Hey, is this like the famous shot from Demons? Is that Muppet Bobby Rhodes? God, a Bobby Rhodes Muppet. Now I need that in my life.
Smash everything! Smash everything!
Oh, so that was what was in Marcellus Wallace's briefcase. But before I get in trouble, it's not what you think it is.
Borax!
Borax? The Sacha Baron Cohen movie? What's that? That was Borat. Oh, my bad. By God, the British Bulldog is setting this Muppet up for a choke slam. My JR is probably the best part of this video. You're welcome. The upside is they can use all this borax to clean the puppets, I guess. Hey, now it's street trash.
You liquidated him real good, boss.
And this is why I don't do these gore comedy movies most of the time. They steal all my best lines. Uh-oh, looks like these Muppets mean business. But first, Bletch has to deal with his hippo star refusing to perform. Look, honey, if you do the show, I'll get you all the pastries you can eat. Ooh, have you been working out? Your pecs are magnificent. And all this flattery must have worked.
Somebody call the network. The show will go on.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping it would be canceled so this video could wrap up early. Meanwhile, out in the mean streets, might be time to pump the brakes. Oh yeah, definitely gonna tell Sterling this was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But wait, That's Pumbaa's music. Really wanted to play Hakuna Matata here, but Disney would probably claim me for it. You know, this might be the one time where Gordon Soley calling something a Pier 6 brawl would have been pretty accurate. They're definitely down at a pier. Looks like it's time for a gut check for Pumbaa. Sweet, more borax. Oh, sure, we're over an hour into this thing, but we have this cool spider puppet. Probably just throw it in here. Look, I don't even know what's going on in this movie anymore. It's kind of like they had a bunch of puppets and just started filming whatever popped into their heads. My, what a bunch of eyes you have. Stop, you're gonna flood it. Not gonna lie, I like this better when it was Spider Labyrinth. Hey, it's just like Giant Spider Invasion. Wait, now we've got a sea monster? Come on, movie. Hold up, did they just drive into this thing? Is this like Jonah and the whale now? Ugh, it just occurred to me that if the only way out is through, they're gonna have to exit this thing through the back door, if you catch my drift. Why am I suddenly reminded of Lemmy Winks? And nailed it. Back at the theater, everyone's ready for the Kennedy Center honors. Looks like our dying hair has joined the SWAT team. Hey, that's director Peter Jackson in the Bad Taste alien mask. It's curtains for you, pal. Hey, are they ripping off Statler and Waldorf? Backstage, this guy's getting his tren, and judging by his arm here, he needs it. One-way ticket to Gainesville, baby! The show's going on, and Robert and Lucy are trying to work out their differences. I'm sorry I hooked up with the rat. He told me he'd get me into movies. Live look at me cheering when this thing finally rolls credits. Oh, come on, I did not need a topless hippo. This does raise an interesting question, though. Do you call nipples on a hippo hipples? Anyway, she gets fired and our rabbit with the STD takes over. He's looking great. Now it's basically a live performance of Jonathan Doe's Barf Bunny. It's like a Gallagher show in the front row, only with more half-digested watermelon chunks. After clearing the stage, we get our next act. Babar bombing at Evening at the Improv. Backstage, the hippo is pissed off and about to start blasting. I'd like to pray to our Lord and Savior Kermit. Please wrap this thing up soon. Oh, hey, the rabbit isn't dying after all.
I just received your test results, and guess what? I made a boo-boo. You just got a bad case of bunny pox.
Guess praying to Kermit pays off. Well, sort of. Wasted. The hippo has gone Full Metal Jacket mode. Say hello to my little friend. Man, this new Beyonce live show looks sweet. Oh no, a musical number from the Fox? This movie's just gonna punish me right till the bitter end, isn't it?
Worry if you feel ashamed, it's been around for you.
I mean, look, I've said many times that I hate musicals. Puppet musicals are even worse. Well, at least we get shooting again. Really does kind of feel like the end of Scarface. Hey, that's a lot of hip thrust for a puppet. Ed Sullivan would not have stood for this. Anyway, thoughts on this performance, Ian Sarah?
It stinks.
And the crowd agrees. Oh, great. Now she's shooting up the place on live TV. This is gonna turn up in one of those Nick Crowley Lost Media YouTube videos, isn't it? God, just dead Muppets everywhere. But she hasn't gotten Bletch. Yet. Yet was the key word there. I think the Breaking Bad guys might have been inspired by this when Uncle Jack shot Hank. Wait, is she gonna let him live? He was the one guy you should have actually blasted. But the rat's got a gun of his own. What a rat bastard. Before he can finish her off, Robert's gonna swoop in to save the day. Literally. And Heidi exterminates him with extreme prejudice. You know, because he's a rat. And then she finishes Bletch too. And let's get one last song for the road. Then it's some quick update cards on what everyone who lived is doing. Oh hey, Heidi is rehabilitated. The system works. And cue credits. So, what do we learn from Meet the Feebles? Hell if I know. I know there are people who adore this one, but it's never been my favorite Jackson. Personally, I've always preferred Dead Alive and Bad Taste. Meet the Feebles has always felt like one joke to me, like, what if Muppets, but raunchy and not for kids, and then they stretched it to feature length. It's not terrible or anything, it's just kinda all over the place. But enough about that. Can Jackson kill enough Muppets to earn himself another 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, this one is sort of a mixed bag. We're treated to Muppet erotica, squashed puppets, a Muppet slowly rotting away, and the machine gun massacre at the climax. I'll be honest, I have no clue what to rate this one, so I'm gonna go middle of the road and give it a 3. There's not a ton of splatter here, but it's still a pretty sick little flick. Looking for another weird, gory movie with goofy puppets? Then be sure to check out my review of Rock and Roll Nightmare. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.